It's the Global Beat Mexico. Raul Campos, excited to be with you and doing something a little different because normally we get to speak to three great curators, whether it's Junf, Moni Saldaña, or Beto Arcos. But today we're going to speak with our super producer, and his name is Adam Burke. Adam, welcome.
Hey, Raul, great to see you. Something a little bit different for us, but yeah, I mean, so many of these artists these days are creating these incredible videos. Let's give them some love and let's show our top 10 videos from Global Beat selected songs for the year, and everyone can get a little bit more of a feel for what these artists and Mexico's all about.
Yeah, like, whenever it gets to the year end, you always kind of start to reminisce and think of like what were your favorites, whether it's a best album, a best single, and doing the Global Beat Mexico for a year plus now. But this year alone, we've had such great music. And like you said, giving the videos a little bit of love. So we're going to do your top 10 of the Global Beat Mexico. And
yeah. So the basic idea of today is not every song has a video. So not every song could be included, but a lot of the songs did have videos. So we went through them and we picked the 10 that we want to show our listeners to get a better sense of what Global Beat got up to in 2023.
Sounds good. Well, all right. Well, let's get into number 10.
All right, number 10. So we're going to start off with an artist called NSQK, which is spelled NSQK.
Yeah.
And the song is El Tiempo que Necesites.
Me arrepiento de no hacer tantas cosas todos los días. Y siento que ya se me pasó el tiempo de hacer todo lo que quiero, todo lo que quería. En Chile siento que me voy a morir después de este álbum.
NSQK, spelled N-S-Q-K. And the song is El Tiempo que Necesites. The video's spectacular. The song's amazing, but the video's very cool. And I like the story in the video. But first of all, who selected this song for the Global Beat?
So this was Moni. She picked it back in February, and Nesquik his real name is Roy to his family.
Okay.
And we call him Nesquik still. We don't know him yet, but he's from Monterey. So she was very excited to present one of her hometown artists.
Yeah, that's kind of been the ongoing joke with Moni. Each one have their own distinct personality, each of our curators. Yeah. And obviously you mentioned Junf as a DJ, Beto is obviously a seasoned, cultural, an educator, if you will. Yeah. And Moni, she's very proud of her Monterrey, and she curates an amazing festival. She works for Spotify and so many other great things. But why did this make your number 10?
Well, this is a pretty rough number 10, I think. I think it should be higher up the list, to be honest, because it's a beautiful video and it's a lovely song. But I put it number 10 because I wanted to start really positive. And, you're starting off with kids at school at some of the happiest times of their life. And I translated the start of the lyrics, but, in the context of these kids, you've got, take the time you need, nothing will stop, the world will continue to hurry, you don't have to compete. And then it goes into this sort of talk about, often you feel that life is passing you by. Relax, enjoy, take the time you need. I just think it's a beautiful message and a great song, and I thought it was a really nice way to kick off this.
All right, now we're going to get into number 9. And what is this next artist? What is this next video we're going to check out?
Okay, so number 9 is Orquestra Basura with American Elway.
Such a fun video, such a great group, Orquestra Basura, and the song American El Way. And there's such a great play on words here. American El Way, which is kind of like, well, you know, it's a way of saying you're kind of a dumbass. But the band is very cool because, as you noticed in the video, a lot of just junk that they're using, trash that they've made instruments out of.
Yeah, so the word way reminded me a lot, living in Mexico, reminded me of mate. That's sort of how it got used a lot.
Well, yeah, in Mexico.
¿Cómo estás, güey?
Yeah, ¿cómo estás, güey? And it's like almost a derogatory way of saying it to your mate, but it's cool in like just kind of like a homey kind of way because it's an ox, it's a toro, it's a, you know, but it's a way of saying like, hey,
how you doing, idiot?
Yeah, sort of.
but a good friend.
Yeah, a good friend. It's good slang.
Yeah,
it's good slang. So.
Exactly. That one came to us from Beto in February. And this Orquestra Basura obviously translate to the Orchestra of Trash. And the instruments in that video are all made of trash. And I just think that's an incredible thing to do. And I thought we had to put that one on because it's so interesting and a lot of fun.
And it's a great song. It's a great song. It's really fun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to switch it up a little bit
We
and talk to us about the private beach. What is this next song that we're going to get into?
Okay. So video number 8 is Los Blenders with Playa Privada, private beach. Let's check it out.
Con mi chaparrita, gozando las horas, nos dan serenata, cantan nuestras rolas. Sube y sube más la cuenta, tú me motivas a perderla.
You're checking out the Global Beat Mexico and revisiting the top 10 videos selected by our producer, Adam Burke, and that one by Los Blenders, Playa Privada, the private beach. Now, from CDMX, Mexico City, but where's the nearest beach to Mexico City?
It's a really good question. That one came to us from Monty in February as well. And that was a hot episode because the NSQK song came from the same episode. So Monty was on fire in February. Yeah, they're from Caguama, Mexico City, which is apparently the cover band capital of Mexico City, or the cover band neighborhood. I don't know if that's true or not, but I read that. So there is not many beaches close to Mexico City. I think it's probably a 4-hour drive to get to the closest beach. But I went and did a little bit of my own research, and I found in the video there's a hotel that pops up. But I Googled it, and it is Mazatlan, Sinaloa.
That's the closest, all right.
Yeah, and that's where well, I don't know if it's the closest, but it's where they filmed the video.
All right.
Yeah, I think the closest is probably Acapulco, like down in the south, if you drove straight south down through to Guerrero.
Okay.
I don't know, I could be wrong. You can go a lot of directions and get to the beach in Mexico. But yeah, they went down to, or went up, I should say, up to Sinaloa. Look, this particular video, first of all, let's get a bit of rock in there. I feel like these guys are as if you merge the Strokes, Weezer, and Mexican indie rock. So it's a great sound. It's a simple video. I love the beach with the banda there, and obviously Sinaloa. Would that be the capital of banda? Probably.
Could be, or it was at one point. Now we've been talking about banda music and that banda sound, just like no longer regional Mexican, because it's not just one region. That's the beauty. And you got people like Peso Pluma, and you got all these great fusions starting to happen. Mm-hmm. And when you talk banda coming through, I'm glad we had something that represents it.
There's more to come, but that was certainly a little snippet of banda on the beach, on the private beach. So great song, great artist. Apparently they played Teatro Metropolitan in Mexico City, which is a big play.
Beautiful spot, beautiful place.
Big, beautiful theater. I think they've toured here in the States as well.
They have.
So just a cool band. But if there's one thing that sold me on that video, it was the Michelada. So I don't know if many people know, but Pacifico comes from Mazatlan, Sinaloa, and I'm sure that's a Pacifico bottle that's upside down in that Michelada, and it was with shrimp. A Michelada with shrimp, you're going to get in the top 10 videos for that alone.
There you go. The Michelada is really like taking a Bloody Mary to the next level. So what is this next one that we're going to get into?
The number 7 of the top 10 videos for Global Beat Mexico 2023 is by Ferraz, and it's called Latin Boogie. Let's go check out the Latin Boogie.
Así que entrégate a bailar. ritmo que te prende el Latin boogie, yeah. ¿Quieres más? Ven y siente el boogie, yeah. Así que entrégate a bailar al ritmo que te prende el Latin boogie, yeah. ¿Quieres más? Ven y siente el boogie, yeah. Así que entrégate a bailar al ritmo que te prende el Latin boogie, yeah.
Senor Disco's vibes to the fullest right there. Latin Boogie Ferraz. Number 7, Adam, as we're counting down your top 10 of 2023, but bringing you these very cool videos.
Absolutely. I felt we needed Senor Disco's vibes, and yes, it's the in joke. If anyone doesn't know it, that Raul's alter ego is this amazing character, this DJ called Senor Discos, and the play on words, obviously, if you don't speak Spanish, discos is the disco plus the disc. Perfect name. Perfect T-shirt. And
Let me guess, this was selected by Junf.
correct. In the summer too. John picked it in August. Ferraz. First of all, on the actual Global Beat episode, we featured the remix by Derek McKenzie of Jamiroquai.
Right.
There was no video of that remix, but that's the original track that we saw.
I gotta say, I actually prefer the original to the remix. Now, I'm a big house head, but this roller boogie style of music, which is what it totally is. You just saw it in the video.
Totally. And I thought if there's one place that Senor Discos would want to hang out, it was the environment in that video we just saw.
That should have been me on the roller skates.
Seriously, they should have called you. So Ferraz, let's talk about him. So he's originally from Venezuela, and he now lives in Mexico City, and he's bringing the Latin boogie from Venezuela to Mexico City. So we love seeing Venezuela represented in the show. And just quickly talking about that, the show is music coming out of Mexico. So you can be from Venezuela. I think at one point we had a band from like Lithuania, doing Kumbia out of Mexico City. So we're looking for what the country is producing as much as whether anyone was born there. And so that's Ferraz. And I think it was shot in Tepic, Nayarit. And I'm a huge fan of Nayarit. I've been there many times. It's the state on the coast wedged in between Sinaloa and Jalisco, and it's got some of the best beaches in the world.
Well, I love that you are talking about the worlds colliding and the different cultures that come into play. Lithuania and Venezuela. But we started the Global Beat with Australia.
We did.
There's such a rich culture, and it just shows that music is that universal language that we've talked about so much. It's the ultimate time machine because it definitely transports you to a time, a place, an emotion.
Yeah, absolutely. And we see a lot of things that define countries. We see bad things like wars and disruptions that will define a nation in the public eye. We will see food often define a nation, architecture often define a nation. Well, music defines a nation as much as anything, and the Global Beat, the idea of it is that you're hearing the music today, so you're knowing exactly what's fresh and new, and you know where that country is musically, and I think you'll learn a lot about a place from that.
Let's get into video number 6.
So the number 6 video for 2023 Global Beat Mexico, and this is going to test my Spanish a little bit here.
Bring it on. Here
Trio Los Descarados with Ojos Serranos. Let's check it out.
Por tantima, tampoco mi vida estiman que me miraron airados.
Hallé unos ojos serranos al pasearme por tantima, tampoco mi vida estiman que me miraron airados.
Ay, na, 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 sollozos y mil quebrantos tienen un manto que se encuentren lejanos, condenado he de vagar por mirarme reflejado, y en esos ojos serranos. La noche te tiene celos, me lo ha contado angustiada, le intimida la mirada de aquellos ojos tan negros.
La noche te tiene celos, la noche te tiene celos. Me lo ha contado angustiada, me lo ha contado angustiada.
Ay, na, 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 tiene miedo que con ellos, siendo tan bellos, engañen de oscuridad y sometas a los vientos, al capricho en tu mirar. Y ahora tus ojos sean dueños, y ahora tus ojos sean dueños de los cielos y la mar. Volví a pedirle a San Pablo que te aparte de mi vera. Dejé prendida una vela y viré pa'l camposanto.
Volví a pedirle a San Pablo que te aparte de mi vera. Dejé prendida una vela y miré pa'l camposanto.
Ay, na, 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 dejando correr mi llanto, me voy cantando a ver si en la eternidad se purgarán mis pecados y pueda al fin descansar del sortilegio malvado, de esos tus ojos serranos.
Ojos Serranos, Los Descarados, an amazing trio. And I know when I asked Beto, because I know what Descarado means, but I had to ask Beto, what does that mean? And he immediately started chuckling because, you know, it's like the disgraceful or something like that is how he described it, which you can revisit all these episodes once again at kcrw.com/globalbeatmexico.
Absolutely. That one was from Beto in November, so fairly recent from him. So it's a more traditional sounding, a little bit more traditional than, for example, Latin Boogie. So one of the great things about music videos is that you can also explore a country. So we talk about exploring a country through their music. Well, their music videos take you a whole step further. You get to see the people involved in many cases, and you get to paint a beautiful picture. One of my favorite places in Mexico City and probably the world is Xochimilco. So for those who don't know, Xochimilco were the ancient, or I don't know if it's probably hundreds of years ago, Aztec canals that still exist. And many people know Xochimilco through these big truckaneras, these big boats with often yellow and flowers painted on them. I think it was back to the traditional flowers. But in reality, there's a lot of Xochimilco that's just beautiful, calm canals in one of the biggest cities in the world, and with agriculture there and lots of programs back to indigenous. concepts that people are working with, and this video goes there and you see that side of it.
Yeah.
I think you can hardly see a Tracanera, and they then add this sort of more folkloric sort of clothes, and I feel like it takes you back in history to the old Xochimilco.
And that's exactly it. The culture, the landscape of Mexico, it's so diverse, so many different languages that Beto had told us about, different dialects, and just how rich and how complex the culture is. So great track, great video that gives us a little flavor, a little taste, and really a cool visual component to the song and to the culture. Absolutely. So, all right. So that was number 6. What is number 5 that we're going to get into?
Okay, so the number 5 music video for Global Beat Mexico 2023 is by Sanje, and it's called Buen Fantasma, Good Ghost.
Ahora que ya no vengas y por fin dejes de estar, voy a caminar descalzo.
Adam Burke, the producer of the Global Beat Mexico, is here selecting fantastic songs, the great video companions to them, the best of 2023, and that one, Buen Fantasma, The Good Ghost by Sanje. And such a great video, and I just like how it starts. You know, you're combining food with music and the culture, and he's just right there, just chopping it up.
Yeah. So that one was brought to us by Moni in August of this year, and she talks a fair bit about him. I believe his name is Santiago Mijares, and she really loves this guy as a really important figure in the Mexican music scene today. He collaborates a lot, and this is his solo project. And yeah, if you're gonna go cook a whole meal for your video and then get your friends and family up and feed them, and yeah, you're getting pretty high up in the top 10 just for that alone. So he checked a lot of boxes, Sanjay.
I love how videos don't have to be like spot on about the song itself. It could be its own storyline, and the music is just this companion to the video and to the story that you're seeing in the video. It's really cool to see so many great styles and different types of videos, of music videos. You know, it takes us back to the MTV days.
Look, if your video can also make it on Food Network, then you got something going for you.
On that note, we're already into the top 4, and who is the next artist that we're going to get into?
So coming in at number 4 for the top 10 music videos of Global Beat Mexico 2023 is Ivana with 23.
Todo tiene sentido a los 17. Mejores amigos, fácil decir que por siempre. Tienes todo el talento, eres especial. Nadie piensa como tú y crees que va a durar. Tal vez sueno amargada, pero qué bueno era tener con quien hablar que siempre me entendiera. Ahora tengo lo que quiero, pero odio lo que escribo. Demasiado joven para haber perdido mi camino. Me alejé de mis amigas porque tengo la sospecha de que ellas me odian a mí y ahora parecen hormigas. Las metas que voy cumpliendo se ven chicas desde aquí. Estoy sola a las 12, no sé cómo llegué a 23. Feliz cumpleaños, soy cómplice. Seco las lágrimas, parto el pastel. Cómplice, no sé cómo llegué a 23. ¿Cómo llegué a 23? Ya no soy divertida y si te soy honesta, regreso deprimida de todas las fiestas. Siento que voy detrás de algo y cada que estoy cerca se me escapa. Otra noche voy a estar bien, es una etapa, pero claramente mi neurosis fue creciendo con el tiempo. No sé qué es lo que sé y de que solo me convenzo. Feliz, libre, confundida y solitaria era mentira. Sentí los 22 como una constante caída y me alejé de mis amigas porque tengo la sospecha de que ellas me odian a mí y ahora parecen hormigas. Las metas que voy cumpliendo se ven chicas desde aquí. Estoy sola a las 12, no sé cómo llegué a 23. Feliz cumpleaños, soy cómplice. Seco las lágrimas, parto el pastel. Cómplice, no sé cómo llegué a 23. ¿Cómo llegué a 23?
23 right here on the Global Beat Mexico, and a beautiful video shot so lovely. And the song itself, you know, it's her 23rd birthday.
I feel like we're getting into the party phase of the top 10 here. That was brought to us by Moni in March, and Moni's very fond of Ivana. She's from Monterey.
Of course.
Yeah, but it's not just that makes her fond of her. This year she released a 13-song debut album, and she turned 23, and she put out that video about being 23. I think it's a very personal, and it's a really interesting song and a super fun video. And I just have a feeling that we're going to hear a lot about Ivana, and I think she's going to be quite an artist. So that was just a good way to get to know her a little bit through her birthday party.
Yeah, it's a great video. And again, it goes to show like how the young generation of cinematography and video makers and really kind of showing their story through this visual component is really cool. Obviously, social media has taken the visual element to the next level. Now, you were talking about how like videos are kind of like, they kind of were not that important for a while. You know, but now even more so with everything on Instagram, TikTok, X, you name it, and us here on YouTube, This is where it's at. You know, people want to see the visual component again to whether it's a podcast, a concert, or whatever. And in this case, the music videos and shot beautifully like this one for Ivana and 23. Gorgeous work, gorgeous work. Yeah. So we're coming into the top 3 videos, Adam. This is pretty special now.
Very exciting,
all right.
Yes.
Who do we have coming in at number 3?
Okay. Coming in at number 3 on the top 3 videos for Global Beat Mexico 2023 is Aquí Seguimos is the song by Palmasur featuring George Rhodes.
Besarte los tatuajes de las manos, pasé a tripear a mi lado más humano. Que el sol sale aunque fuera esté nublado, y eso de ti lo aprendí. Volando como un par de mariposas que vuelan para luego darse rosas. Pienso que te pienso y que te quiero, tal vez poco más que ayer. Y tú me dijiste que fui yo quien te enamoró. Después de tantas madrugadas de estar en la ventana, viendo hacia la nada y fumando marihuana. Y tú me dijiste que fui yo quien te enamoró. Después de tanto que dijimos, tanto que prometimos, y que aquí seguimos los dos.
Aquí seguimos right here on the Global Beat Mexico. And yes, we do continue right here selecting the top 10 of 2023 by Mr. Adam Burke, the producer of the Global Beat Mexico. And that one threw me for a loop. It's like Japanese anime.
Yeah, that came to us via Jump in April of this year. And so where do I start with this one? So Palmasur is from Puebla in Mexico, which is a short drive from Mexico City. The album he put out is called Regional Chill, and he's a specialist in lo-fi. So I actually love the full length, and it kind of became my driving album this summer. It just really was very relaxing in the crazy LA traffic. And so it had that going for it. But I just thought it was so cool that this guy, he's a Mexican guy living in Puebla. He puts a lot of Mexican sounds in his music. If you listen to some of his other tracks, they're even more sort of traditionally Mexican sounding, and yet he brings in Japanese anime and this lovely song with this very romantic kind of story about a couple who are separated in distance, and I just thought it was fantastic.
Number 2, Adam. Who are we going to check out next?
The number 2 song for Global Beat Mexico videos of 2023 is Kumbia Boruka with Fiesta en las Calles. Let's go to the fiesta.
A little cumbia flavor.
Llegando el sonidero a tocar la cumbia, vayan agarrando pista, que esta noche hay rumba. Ya se escuchan las bocinas, el sonido del tambor, y la gente se prepara para bailar este cumbión. Esta fiesta nunca termina, desde la esquina hasta el callejón, bailando con estilo y pasión. Original ghetto cumbia rhythm, fiesta en las calles, baile sin fin. Retumban las bocinas con el bass, sonidero sound system, mash up the place. Fiesta en las calles, todos bailando, mientras las penas se van borrando. Suena mi ritmo, suena el tambor, como el latido del corazón. De noche, luego de día, el sol sale por la colina, bailando hasta el amanecer, nadie se quiere detener. Música del barrio rebajada freestyle, todos en la pista, en la calle se baila, y gozando se vive la vida. Esto es una fiesta con toda mi familia. Fiesta en las calles, todos bailando, mientras las penas se van borrando. Suena mi ritmo, suena el tambor, como el latido del corazón.
back-to-back June selections from number 3 to number 2, and this one, Kumbia Boruka Fiesta en las Calles, the party on the streets, and you can tell by that video.
It's a good one. So this came from Jump back in February too. So this song's been around for most of the year, and it's from Monterrey. So Jump's getting into Monty's turf there, and Monterrey is considered a big cumbia town. I think in the description on Spotify of this band Kumbia Boruka, they call it like the cumbia capital of Mexico or maybe the world. I'm not sure. I'm not going to get into that debate. It's a genre originally from Colombia, as we discussed on one of our episodes with Beto this year. But I love the song. I love the spirit of that video. I love the look of a street party in Monterrey, the musicians. Yeah. I love the fact that the guy who is the main accordion guy, the main guy in the band, was taught accordion by Celso Pina. I love the fact that they collaborate on their album with El Gran Silencio. These guys are checking a lot of boxes in a genre that's as hot as can be right now.
Which makes sense why it's at number 2. With that said, we have reached the spot of the number 1 song for you in 2023, and the video for?
Los Vikingos Del Norte, El Licencio is the track. Let's go on a journey.
Contestaba cuando estaba en Mazatlán, bien a gusto y en la playa. Traigo feria y no me voy a regresar. Y entraron más llamadas y yo como si nada. Ahora un iPhone yace en el fondo del mar. Me acordé de Leticia, ay pero qué delicia. Hora y media y ya estaba en Culiacán. Ya de necio con la banda exigí que no dejaran de tocar, más los plebes se cansaban. Les pagué y tomé camino pa' San Blas. Pasé Rosa Morada, destapé una caguama y los tigres no dejaban de sonar. Por más de una semana comí caldo de
Adam Burke is his name. I'm Raul Campos, bringing you the top 10 videos of 2023 for the Global Beat Mexico. Say the name of the artist and say the name of the song one more time.
Los Vikingos del Norte, the Vikings of the North, El Licenciado. Basically, the lawyer is the name of the track.
It's been so fun to hear you say the names and really the translations. And Los Vikingos del Norte, El Licenciado, the lawyer, the executive. Why is this one number one for you?
There are so many reasons why this one is number one. Let's just start, first of all, with the video itself. It's hilarious.
Yes.
The animation, Okay, so I'm a lawyer. So a lawyer going on a road trip and sort of losing his mind and escaping and just living life freely outside of the restraints of a professional existence is something really fun and cool in that. So there's the video, the fact that he's off touring and drinking beers and eating iguana soup and all this stuff. It's been a hell of a year for Banda.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think the genre of Banda has ever crossed over into mainstream culture as much, right? Would you agree with this year?
Absolutely. I mean, this year we've seen it grow leaps and bounds, but this is something that's been in the making for several years. Now it's just called música en tu idioma, because it's not just from the northern part of Mexico. It's not just regional Mexican. This is something that has been happening for the last few years, and we saw it coming. It was like that giant steamroller coming at you that isn't stopping. It's that next young generation of artists that are going back to the music of their parents, their tíos, their tías, their abuelitos, where it's like, oh yeah, you got Los Tigres del Norte, you got Ramon Ayala, you got Banda Recodo, Banda Machos, you got all these great bands that really kind of took that genre to that next level. But then it became this thing where it's like, yeah, I don't want to do that. But then something happened where that next generation just came through and said, no, we're going to fuse that into this modern sound.
Absolutely. And so Beto brought us that song in December, and it features Juan Cirerol from TJ. So I wanted to make sure we had a bit of TJ. The song's a total banger, by the way.
Yeah.
Just get that out the way. It has some banjo in it, so that's pretty cool as well. This song has a lot going for it, and the video. And then I think, so the band is from Chihuahua, Los Vikingos del Norte. I think that the lawyer and the story of the song goes on a trip to Sinaloa, to the beach. So there's a lot happening in this track, and there's one thing that I did want to talk about in it all is the Caguama. Okay. So tell us if you.
No.
You're the guy to talk about.
No. I'm not the beer drinker.
Okay.
I am not the beer drinker here. I do like a good whiskey. I like a good tequila, but I'm not the beer drinker, but I can appreciate a good beer. I got to say, my favorite beer is Carta Blanca. Now, a lot of people might say it's like, oh, that's just like water. That's not really that heavy of a beer. I just love the taste.
Okay.
I like it, the crispness, the lightness of it. It does, every time I have one, it's almost like the music. It transports me back to Palmasur Sonora, where, sitting on the porch of my grandparents' house and my uncles and aunts, my parents, sitting around talking stories and passing around these big bottles of beer and pouring, a little bit into each glass and everybody enjoying what the Caguama is.
Okay, so I had to bring one. I bought the holiday Caguama here. So for people who don't know about this, well, you've seen one in the store if you live in LA or anywhere in the southern, most of the United States. I think it means turtle.
It is. It's a sea turtle.
Right.
It's a big, big sea turtle that is now protected. But the beer, it's a big bottle. So, Adam, what do you have there?
So I got a Caguama. I figure we better go out of Global Beat Mexico in Los Vikingos del Norte El Licenciado style.
I brought my mom to the studio here, and she's laughing at you busting out a Caguama right now.
It's been a great year. And we've experienced a lot of really fantastic music. So why don't we end it off in the right style? There you go, sir.
All right.
It's been great working with you.
Well,
thanks to everyone who's listened in. Salud. Thanks for listening to our show. Thanks for checking out these videos.
My mom just yelled, just give her the bottle, she says. Well, great track, great artist, and great fusion. So to have somebody on like Beto is a huge treat. You know, I've looked up to him for many, many years because of his curation, his style, his expertise in the culture and the music. And just goes to show having Junf and his DJ skills, having Moni, her curation skills of the Normal Festival, and having you with the ears of somebody kind of like just taking all that in together, where you're not a fan of just one style of music or one language or one culture. I love that you brought these 10 tracks, Adam. So yeah, working together on the Global Beat, it's been a huge treat to work with you and to have you produce it and to really have you select these top 10 of 2023.
El gusto es mío. Thank you, and cheers to everyone. Have a great holiday and a wonderful 2024.
Salud.
Cheers.